Hello, everybody. I hope that you are all doing well and welcome back. This episode will take us to Greece. I'm your host, Vendula, and I'm so happy that you are joining me today. This time, I'm sitting down with a sweet Elpida Ismael, agility trainer, competitor, and judge. There was something magical about this episode for me. Listening to Elpida's journey reminded me so much of my own. It was almost unbelievable how much I could feel her story. It felt like I was reliving things I went through myself just a few years ago. It is a conversation about embracing change and the possibilities that show up when you stop letting fear run the show. I really enjoyed that episode and I believe that you will enjoy it as well. Thank you so much for listening and thank you for being part of this journey with me. And before we dive into our talk, I would love to invite to subscribe to Agility on the Road newsletter. If you are interested in my latest updates on life on the road, ups and downs, what the life is bringing, and the mindful agility tips, just head over to agilityontheroad.com to subscribe. And with this being said, let's dive to the episode itself. Hello, Elpida.
Hello, Vendula.
Hello. So we came to Greece, right?
Yes.
Are
I'm
you in
in
Greece
Greece.
now?
Yes.
Where exactly?
I live in Athens, so I'm in the
And
capital.
are you
Yes.
from there as well? Did you live there all your life?
Yes, yes. As far as I remember, I'm here. Now, rarely here because I travel a lot, but I'm here. Like my house is still here. My home is here. So yes, still in Greece for now.
And in which part of that Athens you live? I remember I was there. It was 2023 when we met for the
Yes.
first time, when I
Yes.
was judging there. And as I remember, Athens are super crowded. And the training place, competition place was outside of Athens?
I am in the center. I'm very close to the center, so it's like super crowded where I live. I think it's like 5 million people in this city. It's crazy because the population of Greece is 10 million and half of it is in the capital. So you saw
Whole
how
Slovak
crowded it
Republic
can
is
be.
in your
Yes,
is in your
it's
capital.
crazy. Yes. And the field where you came is the field that I train. So I go there for 12 years already and I just drive 1 hour to go and 1 hour to come back every time. Yes, it's been many years
And
that I do that.
And maybe let's mention that the driving in Athens is a story itself.
It's a nightmare, actually. Yes, it's a nightmare, but somehow I am used to it. So now I think I'm driving to the field and I know what to expect every day, that I will be stuck in traffic, that I will be angry, that I will be, yes, it's not good. We are trying to find like a good time during the day when there is not much traffic to go for training.
What's that time exactly? Like 12 o'clock in the night or?
12 o'clock in the night is good, yes. But you don't want to go out there like from 7 in the morning to 9 in the morning and then from 2 in the afternoon to 7. Like, it's impossible. Like, you need it's a nightmare. Yes. But yes, I'm still in the center and I haven't really tried to find something else like closer to the field.
Well, I would say like if you are used to be there, if it's your neighborhood and you have so many things connected there, we can get used to everything, right? And
Yes.
I can imagine that you find some way what you do in a car. Like tell me what you do this 1 hour in a car. Are you
In the
singing a songs or?
car, I'm listening to music, and when I am stuck in traffic, like I'm not moving at all, I try to answer some messages. I know it's not legal, but when you're stuck there and you don't go, like you don't move at all, I like, I need to answer some messages. Tika, tika, tika. So I'm trying to, yes, but not when I am driving.
I remember I was amazed by the traffic in Athens. I can't even imagine to drive there. And I think that I'm okay-ish driver. But what I saw there, there were like people driving the motorbike without the helmet. Like when you are talking about safety issues, like I saw this in India. And then I saw it in Greece.
Yes, and well, when you live in a country all your life, probably you think that it's like this everywhere else in the world. But when I went for my second actually, because my first road trip was in Turkey. So neighbor country, like not very, very different. But my second road trip was I went until Paris. So I went to some countries and it was so hard to
Wow.
drive in a European country because they are so civilized and I'm coming from Greece. So I was just driving in the middle lane, like slowly. And because in Greece they drive everywhere slowly, they go mostly on the left like slowly, and you're bypassing from the right. It's perfectly normal because they are like driving on the left and they are sleeping. So the friends were really angry with me because I was going in the middle, not even on the left one. And they were like, what is wrong? Because I didn't know you're not supposed to just drive, like you're supposed to drive on the right and bypass from the middle and the left. So it took me
Right.
some time to realize because it's like, yes, India. I think you're right. I've never been there, but I have seen some videos and I think we are quite similar. Yes.
Well, I could find few similarities between this adrenaline way of driving, but it was working. Like it seems that it's working, and I remembered that there were sometimes even the thing that when you are crossing the street, the cars are parked so close that we had to put the rear mirror inside that you can pass. Like really, now I understand how you can drive all over the Europe for the competitions, because once you are able to drive in Athens, like the world is yours.
That's correct. And it's very interesting how I stop being angry when I cross the Greek borders. Like when I can drive for months in Europe and I'm never angry. And when I drive in Greece, not in Athens, like I am like my hair, like this, like I can't handle it. It's crazy. Like we are, but we you can see it like in people's attitude. Everyone is angry because you when you are in this jungle, then it's like it's normal. But like it will not be better because we are just used to that. And when you don't travel and you know that very well, you really think that it's like this everywhere. And in real, I learned to drive when I started driving abroad. Because, for example, in the city, drivers don't even stop at the zebra signs for the pedestrians to cross. You really need
In
to
Athens, okay.
everywhere in Greece. They don't stop. It's not that you will start walking on the
Good
zebra
to
and
know.
they will stop. Yes,
Important
be
to know.
careful. Yes. And when I go abroad and I'm walking, all the cars stop for me to cross the street. I'm like, wow. Yes, it's crazy. Like a different world. Like, yes, India.
I remember this from Mexico. Like they told me, like you can't step to the road even if there is zebra there till you don't have eye contact with the driver from the car coming.
Yes.
Because we are so spoiled from Europe, you just walk wherever. Many people don't even check, and then you just pass. Yeah, different country.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing
You're welcome.
this part of your day-to-day life, or how it is. Like how often are you training? Are you at the moment you are a competitor, you are a trainer, and you are a judge as well, right?
Yes. Yes.
So it means that you have to drive to the training place to train your own doggies. You have to drive there to train other people. Like how often do you go there? How your normal week, or well, what does it mean normal week? But
Normal week. Like
how
agility
your week
people's
looks like?
normal week. Yes.
Yeah, that's a question.
Yes, like I used to go 3 times a week. I think it's a good number, like for a
Mhm, mhm.
of days to train. And I was teaching and I was training also my dogs. Now I am away every other weekend, so I usually go 2 times, which are not enough, like for my dogs as well and for my students. But yes, I think it was 3 times before all this traveling started. And I don't know for how long I am going to do this because I have
We
some
never know, my dear.
we never know, and I have some plans for this year. I'm planning to start driving in Europe in July and
Uh-huh.
maybe come back in 2027. I
Start in July and come back in
yes,
2027.
yes.
Amazing. That sounds like
I
my life. Amazing.
I will be yes, I will be vendulizing, vendulizing.
About it before we started to record, and it really made my day when you mentioned that you are vandalizing. Amazing, amazing. I am very curious how it will ended up. I know that you will work if you would feel like, and whenever you would need some advice, like how to manage the things, feel free to contact me. But you know what's amazing about the life, that we just need to make a decision, and then the path will will kind of fold in front of us, like the even though like sometimes you can sit in your place in Athens and you can have 100 question marks in your head, like how I will manage this, how I will manage this, how I will manage this. But once you hit the road and you make the decision, what is actually the hardest part of all the journey, then you will manage everything because you will have to.
Yes. You need to take the first step and then the rest will follow. Yeah.
Yeah. And the first step is pretty often the most challenging. Let me ask you, how was your first step on your judging journey? How did you start this adventure?
How did I start this adventure? Greece didn't have judges before. So I am one of the first judges that my country has. We are like
That's
seven.
amazing.
Yes, yes. Because it's
Congratulations.
a thank you. It's a new country to agility, let's say. We have agility for a little bit more than 10 years. So we didn't have any of our own judges before. So yes, everything started at the end of 2023 when you were here. Yes, I think you came in October or November or no, I don't remember. I
October
don't
it was.
remember.
Yeah. It
October
was
it was, yes.
amazing. It was the best month because the weather was still good and there were not as many tourists.
Yes, yes. The yes, autumn is really cool and spring in Greece, it's great. Yes, so we were actually preparing for our exams when you were here. We had our exams. I mean, we needed our own judges, so it was time
Of course.
after these years. Yes. And we had our exams in the beginning of 2024. And then we had some competitions to judge in Greece, like for practice, for practice to become like national, international judges. It was quite quick. It didn't take long. Like in some countries, it takes like, I don't know, some years to be international. And yes, after that, I don't know what happened, but it just exploded, at least for me. I just started getting invitations because I had it like in my mind that it will take some years until I will be well known and I will have to build it gradually. And after, I don't know, like a few months, it was overwhelming. I started receiving so many invitations, couldn't manage the the messages I was getting. It was crazy. I don't know how it happened. And when I started judging, actually, my first international competition was in August of that year, 2024, and then it became even more. I had a full 2025 in no time, and now this year is also full. So it was kind of unexpected, I would say, and yes, unexpected, but I enjoy it very much.
But very welcomed.
Yes, very welcomed, of course. Yes, I'm very, very excited about this journey. It was something I really wanted to do and it's something that okay, I work hard for it, but I don't struggle because it's something that comes naturally. Some things in life like they come really naturally. I don't know if it's a talent or like it's a I don't know how to call it, but you don't really have to struggle to do a good job. I don't know how to describe. Yes.
I,
For
I think that
example,
I feel you completely.
yes, it comes easy. Yes.
I was working in an office job for 7 years and it was just kind of struggle for me. Okay, it wasn't super difficult, but it it needs some efforts to wake up every morning and go to the office. And then you place me on the agility field and I just know what to do. That's the place where I feel in my element. I feel it. I think that that's something like what you experience, or correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, yes. It's yes, you're in the right place, let's say. In the right place. Everything comes naturally. But talking about agility, like not everything came naturally from the beginning. For example, as a handler, I really struggled all these years because I don't know. I don't think I'm talented as a handler. Like everything I have achieved came through very hard work. And like I was always like watching other handlers, also Greek handlers, that we started at the same time, like 10 years ago. And they are so like, they are moving with grace and you can see this talent. And I was like, always so struggling to move in the course. So everything I have achieved on that it was like through hard work. But course designing just came like I was doing this all my life. Like it's crazy. I don't know. It comes naturally. With handling, I had to work a lot, but I am getting there.
I saw you running, and I can't say that it would feel that you struggle so much. Maybe in a way, the fake it till you make it, and you are faking it very nicely.
Yeah, some things take more time. I mean, like a talented handler, let's say, maybe it's easier for him to perform. Like for me, I had to really analyze videos and really practice on my own without the dog until I make it. And yes, but okay, yes, hard work
And
pays off.
let me ask you, what was your story? When did you start? What was your first doggy, your first teacher, first sparring buddy on the first competitions? How did you start it?
Okay, I started like the first time I went to an agility field. It was in 2012. And I was also one of the very first people that started agility in Greece because we didn't have anything else, anything like before. So I had a friend and she told me, come, let's try agility. And I was like, what is this? You will see, it's like with your dog, you do some obstacles like a course. And I was like, okay. And I had my first dog, my Labrador, Lisa, back then, and she was 1 year old. So Labrador, like full of energy. And I was like, oh my God, like probably I'm going to a stadium or something. I thought I was going to something big. And I was like, oh my God, like people will be looking at me like being a total beginner. And then I go there and it's like a small field with some wooden obstacles. And I was like, what is this? Like I was
There was
expecting
no audience
something else.
waiting for you.
Yeah, I don't know why I was expecting something like huge and fancy. And I was like, okay. And we started and it was fun. After 2 years, I think the first agility competition was organized in Greece. I was not there at the first one because I
Huh?
was having a break at that time, but I went to the second and we had only two competitions per year. I think it was so hard to level up with two competitions per year. Yes, it was crazy. And I remember we were traveling to nearby countries, like to Serbia, for example, nearby. It's 12 hours from here driving. Not so nearby, but it was the
Like
closest.
it's almost like in Australia. Like, yeah, the next competition in Melbourne from
Yes,
Sydney,
but
9 hours. Here we
okay,
go.
we needed something more, because three competitions per year, like it's nothing. You can't really progress like this. And
Yeah.
yes, like some years later, I had my diesel, my first border collie, and then things started getting more serious, and we went to the first European and World Championships together, and this is how it started actually.
And that time you said that there were two competitions, and then you were driving to Serbia. And what else? Like, how many competitions it been like then for you before you went to the European Open?
I don't remember anymore. I don't know, but I went to my first European Open in 2018. So it was like 6 years after everything started.
Wow, that to be completely different world for you, no? Like to be in a Such a big
Yes.
competition then.
Yes, yes. It was amazing. And the world championship. And yes, I love it. And sometimes, there were not anymore some periods where when my motivation was a little bit low, but I was like, no, I need to keep working because I need to go again to that world championship. Like it was like an amazing experience.
Once you
Yes.
experience it, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
think that
it's
there was as well
crazy.
the time or the experience when the agility bug bite me in the other way. Like I was always fully into the sport, but just after competing on the world championship, many things change in my view of the sport. And I have to say that I was born in a, well, we call each other Central Europe. I'm sure that for the other world, we are Eastern Europe, but we see each other like a Central Europe and like surrounded by the countries like the Czech Republic and the Hungary. And yeah, we competed in the Czech Republic. That it was such a big advantage. But yeah, the Greece, when we see it geographically, like how far away guys you are, like
Yes.
I can imagine then to drive to Italy, like how far away it is for you.
It is like you need a ferry. Let's start with that. So you need at least like a 12-hour ferry, the shortest one you can get, 10 or 12, I'm not sure, to get to Italy. But you need to drive also to the port to get this short ferry. You need to drive, I don't know how many hours, and then you need to drive in Italy. So we are far from everything. Yes, you are in Central Europe, and you are actually very lucky because, yes, like the countries around you, they have good agility. So you can just, travel and compete here and there. You have so many choices. But down here, the closest thing we have is Belgrade, 12 hours driving.
And
So, yeah.
how how it was when you had such a long drive? Like you used to travel like a group of the friends in one car, packed like at least as I'm imagining it as we were starting, we were like 5 people fit in the smallest car you can imagine with maybe even 5 plus dogs and like I call it inflatable car because it was impossible like how many things we fit inside, but it was the way how we could share the costs, and as well it was more fun when we were so many of us, like how it was in your case.
In my case, like I remember the first couple of trips to Belgrade, we were going, like you said, we had no idea how we could fit so many dogs and stuff in the car. But yes, we were traveling like this. But soon I realized that I enjoy driving alone more. Yes. So I'm more like a person that I don't care how many hours, but I really enjoy driving alone with my dogs. I'm fine. It's not that I need company. If I have good company, I can have like a very good time. But when I drive alone, I feel more independent because I can do whatever I want. I can stop wherever I want without having to discuss anything or argue. Yes, it's more expensive, I agree, but when I can afford it, I go.
We have to pay for this luxury, like for this.
Yes.
Yeah, I completely feel you. And especially when you have a dogs and you have some work to do on the way as well, it's nice when you can schedule the time when you want to have a rest and the time when you want to just drive and just keep going. I absolutely
Yes.
feel you in this. And you
Yes.
did some longer trips as well in year 2025 because of the judging, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but you did like you have a two ways how to attend the competition for a judging, like you fly there or you drive there. I can
Yes.
imagine that when you fly there you need to find out somebody who will take care of your doggies
Yes. Yes.
with this
And
kind of minus of this way.
it's actually the worst part of what I do. It's the thing that makes it really, really difficult because I don't have someone that can keep them. So I have to pay a dog sitter, and it's very difficult to find a dog sitter like to trust. And it's hard for me to go without them because I have spent all my life with them and I was never going anywhere without them. They were with me always in vacations. And if I couldn't have them with me, I was not going. So now
Yeah.
Yes, I have to deal with this, and I have to deal also with flying because I hate flying. So
My dear.
yes, I hate flying, but I mean, I was never taking the plane, never. It's something I'm really, really afraid of. And when I became a judge and I got my first invitation, I was like, yes, I will come. Yes, I will come. And then I realized, oh my God, I need to fly. But it was like my love for what I do is so big that I said, okay, I will fly. And I remember the first time it was like I just woke up. Well, like one morning, I took my suitcase, I left my dogs behind, and I went into that plane all alone. And I felt so weak, but so strong at the same time because I was just pushing myself to overcome my fear because it was like crazy to do this on my own. Yes, it's not, I can't say that it's getting better because I'm still struggling when I fly. It's not that I'm used to it. Sometimes are very hard. And I think this is the reason I'm planning to travel so much with the car this year because I can have the dogs with me and I have arranged my schedule so I can drive and work on the way. So dogs and no flying. So
It
everything
makes complete
perfect.
sense.
Yes. Yes, it's difficult. It's difficult.
That was the hardest part for me as well while judging to stay away from the dogs, and as you mentioned, to find somebody who would take care of them, somebody who you would trust. And yeah, it's kind of in the backside of your head as well on your travel, right? Like it's hard to completely fully enjoy something when, as I like to call them, like they are my right and my left hand, like when they are not
Yeah.
there. It's they are part of us, and as we experience everything with them.
It's
So
very
it's
hard.
amazing that you find this way to make it happen, like one big road trip. That sounds
Yes.
really amazing.
And work a lot. I don't care. I can work a lot. Like I can have them with me and then it's fine. But when I have to fly, I cannot fly more than my maximum is 3 weekends per month because I cannot be away from them for longer. I don't want to be away more than this. But the truth is, because you mentioned it, that I struggle more the days before I leave them like when and I struggle a lot when I'm driving to the airport and I struggle a lot with the takeoff because I feel like I'm flying away from them plus I'm scared of the plane. But when I land somewhere and suddenly the work starts, like to find the organizer, to drive to the hotel, to prepare for the competition, to judge 2 3 full days or teach or whatever, I'm so busy that honestly I don't think about them much. And when I am flying back, I'm super happy because I'm coming back. But the worst part I think is before I leave. When I am there, I don't really have time to I think of them, yes, but it's not that I have really much time to think and everything. And sometimes I'm so tired, you know how it is after a full day of judging. And I say, okay, better that they are home because I don't have any energy to walk them or feed them or whatever. It's very difficult to do all. You just want to go to the hotel, like eat and sleep. Yes.
I was just reading about it recently that when you are as a competitor waiting in a start line or waiting for your run, a few minutes before your run is coming, you have many unproductive thoughts in your heads. Mostly are the fears. Everybody can have some different fears, and how we can overcome this monkey mind, what is jumping there, like give the banana to the monkey, give the monkey some job. And that's exactly what you said. Like once you're in the competition, you give your monkey mind the banana, like you give it the job. I have to find like the taxi. I have to find somebody who will pick me up. I have to work now. And your monkey mind is having a banana and is eating and everything is working. That's very
Yes.
nice. Very true.
Yes. The mind is like distracted by all the other things that you want to do. So when you are that busy doing stuff, you stop overthink all the time, which is like catastrophic. Like overthinking is really, yeah, it makes things worse, I guess.
Yeah, the worst scenarios pretty often are happening in our head. Not in
Yes.
reality, but in our head. And as you mentioned, how you are tired after competition, I think that many things in a life we need to first experience to really understand it, because the from the outside the judging job can be like cool job, but for me at least, I never concentrate as much for no other thing. Okay, maybe for surfing because I really want to survive, but there is not many things that I need to concentrate so much like when I'm judging. And these concentrations take so much energy that at the end of the day, there is no energy left. I just want to be in a quiet environment and I
Yes.
just need to recharge the energy. There is some way how you deal with this energy level, like how you boost your energy, how you get the energy back. Do you have some kind of what I would learn from you?
No, but as you said, I also seek a quiet environment. So when I go somewhere that where I have friends, yes, I want to spend time with them and I want to go to dinner and everything, but usually I can't wait to go back to the hotel and have a hot shower and just relax and sleep. And yes, I think it's very overwhelming, all this, like a whole day of seeing people. And I'm quite a social person. It's not like I'm antisocial or something. I like to
Yeah,
talk and
yeah,
everything.
me too, my dear.
But yes, I can imagine. Yes. And but I see myself like I'm different in the morning when people come to me and they want to talk, and I'm different after the competition. Like of course I will talk, and like they come because they are happy, they're excited about the courses or anything, and sometimes I struggle to be there with them because my brain is so tired after so many hours. And I can see it also during judging. I can concentrate better at the beginning of the competition, and as it goes by, then it's harder and harder. And yes, like it's you said, like for the brain, it's a lot of it's very tiring for the brain. So I don't really have tips to give you, but for sure a good sleep and good food helps.
Good sleep, that's the best
Yes.
medicine for everything. And
Yes.
it just came to my mind that once, I think it was in Australia, like you will remember this forever, because I got the apartment there with a jacuzzi in the room. It was one room apartment and very weird, but there was a jacuzzi next to the bed. I don't know if this was for some honeymoon couples or whatever, but I ended up there. And it was a 3 days competition. And after every day, I was just like, I couldn't wait till the dinner will finish, or if there was possibility to take a takeaway, I was like, yeah, takeaway will be perfect. And I was just hurrying up to the jacuzzi and then just disconnected in a jacuzzi, like turn off and being in a different world.
Yes. It's nice, especially when the accommodation is like, okay, I have never experienced a jacuzzi, but when the accommodation is like, has this comfort, let's say, and it like you really want to go back to it. For example, in Scandinavia, they really invest in beds and pillows. I don't know if you have ever noticed that, but every time I've been to Sweden or Norway, in Finland as well, the beds are different. Like they are not like they are so cozy and they have these pillows. And now I was in Sweden last weekend and I think this was the best bed ever. And I just couldn't wait to go back and just get lost in the pillows. Like it was
Can
like
make
your
such a big
jacuzzi.
difference.
The accommodation, yes, for me it's important.
And we need to be like refreshed, and that's a very maybe if some organizer is watching or listening this, guys, put the note, because if you want to have a nicely refreshed judge, maybe this is an amazing idea to ask about
Yes.
some nice bed.
It's
And
important
what
because you need to rest. You need to
yeah,
rest, and when you rest, you have a good rest, then the next day you are fresh and you are ready to be back in the game.
what was your longest competition judging day? There was that moment already when you were so tired that you couldn't wait till it will end up.
It was not last weekend in Sweden, but the previous one in Czech. It was like on Saturday, it was almost 14 hours.
Wow.
It was crazy. They
Ouch.
had so many competitors. They had a second judge. She filled in for some runs, but what actually happened was like she judged some runs, I remember. And then at the next course or something, some people came to me and they were like, "Are you judging now?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, yes, please, can you judge now?" And I say, like, what is the problem? I mean, the course is my course. It doesn't matter who is judging. Can we want you to judge, please? And they were like the competitors. I was like, okay. So I kind of judged a little bit more than I could have. But it was like a very long day. So I had some like small breaks in between. But I remember that at the end, I was really struggling to walk, or like I was super, super tired. Super tired. It was a very, very exciting competition. I really loved it. Like the leveling check, it was crazy. Like those handlers and I think that this was the reason that kept me going until the end of the day, because it was so exciting to see the
Adrenaline,
runs.
right?
Yes, like those dogs, like I saw some of the fastest dogs I've ever seen. It was crazy. And they like, it really kept me awake. But it was a very, very long day indeed. And the truth is that you can rest when another judge like fills in, but still, if you are at the competition, then it's not
Yeah,
that and you have to judge more later. It's not that you can like relax. And I think if I have a break and I have to judge again later, I think this is even worse for me. Because when you sit
yeah.
down, you realize how tired you are and you start eating, and I don't know. And it's super hard to go back.
Yeah, then
Yes.
when you are on the track, you are fully focused and just like let's do it, let's make it done, and then you stop and come back to the track. I know, I know.
Yes, but this is how we appreciate also smaller competitions, right? Because like sometimes I get like an invitation for a country with like not so many agility people, and they're like, "Oh, unfortunately, we are not like we don't organize big competitions," and I'm totally fine with that, because
Hmm.
it doesn't have to be like a huge competition for me to be interested to go. And I'm always fine to judge smaller competitions and support also the countries that are growing slowly, or they are starting now. And I can have also a more relaxing weekend myself, let's say.
Yeah, yeah. It has a lot of advantages, I would say, to judging those small competitions. It's like more familiar vibe as well, because it is like everybody, mostly everybody knows everybody, and it's
Yes.
people, and especially in the places where there are not as many competitions, that people are so happy and so grateful
Yes.
for the competition even happened, because if you have competition every weekend, or my reality when I was living in Prague back then, I remember like every weekend I could literally choose from 4 competitions around the Prague, with 1 hour driving to the competition. Like that was insane. Like when I was living it, I didn't realize that like how lucky I am. But then when I started to travel more and more, and when I spoke with the people and how long they travel there, and now when you mentioned 12 hours to Serbia, like it's insane like how lucky we are sometimes, and we don't even realize it. And of course, it's always like with who you compare with, right? Like then we can talk with my friend from Argentina, and they are like, you have to cross the Andes, and like if the mountains are under snow, you can't cross them. Like there are many ways, but yeah, it's interesting like how we agility people can travel over the hills and mountains to get to the
Yes.
competition. And
Yes. It's really
nowadays,
crazy.
like you are busy judge, right? And do you even have a time to compete with your dogs nowadays?
Yes. Okay. So
Or
I
what's
was
your
so
idea? What's your priority right now, for example, for 2026? How you were thinking when you were planning your year?
okay. The truth is that I overbooked 2026 with judging and seminars and everything. It was so exciting to receive all these invitations, and it is so addictive to fill the calendar. So okay, when I have to fly,
Look for the small spot, even though you know that
yes,
the month is already booked, and like
yes,
you will fit it somehow, like you will make it happen.
exactly. Exactly as you said. Yes, when I am flying, I have this limit, let's say 2 to 3 weekends per month. But now that I decided to drive so much, then I said, okay, I will have the dogs. I don't care. So I booked and I work like almost every weekend and weekdays also because like I have arranged some seminars and everything, which are like during the week. And then I was like, I need to compete as well. So now I don't really have many free weekends. Okay, I have kept the European Open week free because I hope I will qualify, and the World Championship week, and also Helvetic Agility Masters. It's a competition I really love in Switzerland. I have kept also 2 weekends free for 2 competitions in Greece in spring and one in autumn. Okay. And now I will slowly start contacting the organizers that have invited me, like for, let's say, bigger competitions with more than one judge, to see if there is possibility to judge and compete on the same
Okay.
weekend. So compete under the other judge. This would be good. Yes, I have messed a little bit up, but I really, because Astra he's like 4 years old, four and something. So he's getting into this really good period of, he's maturing. He's a male, so now these are the good years, let's say, and I really want to compete with him. So yes, but it's very very addictive to like I can't say no to invitations, and I have already declined so many because there are there is specific numbers of weekends in a year. You cannot just take all. Yes, and also
And
it's the first time that I love so much what I do that I want to really do it. So I was working all my life since I was like still in school. But I was like doing jobs like just to survive, I was like a waitress or a seller, or I was working in a bakery, or like my last job, like normal job, let's say, was at a vet clinic, like as a secretary. But I didn't really love any of this, like you said about yourself, that you did that for 7 years, I think you told me. So now it's the first time that I love what I do and I want to do it.
I feel you 100%, maybe 120. And why I found judging so addictive was because when you work in a normal job, you get this appreciation mostly just once a month, right? Like when the salary, it's like ting on your account and it's like this
Yes.
happy moment. But when you judge, actually the feedback is coming all the time during the competition, and people are so nice to you that the feedback is just it's just constant flow of a good feeling. So of course that we want the more and more.
Yes, it's true. It's true because you get so many things like apart from money. Okay, they say that money from judging are not like a lot, but still it's more. It's way more than this. It's the places you see. It doesn't really matter if you go sightseeing or not, because usually I don't go sightseeing because I want to go like the latest possible and come back the earliest possible because of my dogs, because I don't want to be away. But you see another country, you taste like different kind of foods, and you see other people and the way they live,
You try another bed, like how comfy
and
it
you
is.
try another bed. Yes, I really need to do something with my bed. Like I need to, elevate my sleeping. Yes, my sleep. So yes, you get a lot of things. Plus what you said about people being nice and welcoming and friendly, and when they appreciate what you do, and you keep getting this feedback for days after the competition with all the social media, the posts, and then this feedback and this Facebook post, let's say social media post, like they reinforce more invitations, so it's growing and it's growing and it never stops. But I need to share with you a thought, like I have sometimes when I judge, especially when I have a very nice weekend and I'm like in a very good mood, because okay, not every time is the same. And I'm very exciting to judge, and the teams are great, and I'm so happy, and I'm judging and I'm thinking how excited I am with my life and with what I do, and I'm so happy. I judge now, I'm so happy, and then I'm like, and I will get paid for this. Like it's amazing because I enjoy it so much, and then I realize that I will get paid also for this. So it's like all together. It's yes, another thing I love, maybe not so popular, but it's very important to me, is that I know that from Friday to Monday, let's say, someone will take care of everything. This is important for me. I know that I will go like from the time I will land somewhere. Okay, I'm responsible for myself, but there are other people responsible for me to drive me to the hotel, to pick me up, to feed me, to bring me coffee, to bring me water, and I have only to do my job, which is okay, very like the reason we are there, and it's very demanding. But I really enjoy that I don't have to do anything else. That's
Yeah,
very
it's a big
important for
part of
me.
the luxury feeling when you are judging and people are so attentive to make your judging life, judging day as easy as it's possible and like asking if you need water. And because in reality, like sometimes you are so busy that you don't even have a time to go to the bathroom between the course walks and so on. So I'm always saying like just bring me 10 liters of water on the beginning of day and I
Yes,
will be okay.
yes,
But that sometimes it's just so busy with all the informations you need to provide about the course lengths and all the numbers, what you actually are doing during the course walks, right? So then many times I realized when they were just like saying this last minute of the course walk, and I was like, but I have to go to the bathroom, like, and the bath
yes,
you have to run over a whole field, and then you are just I remember that once, like there was a situation like this. I think it was in Finland, big competition in Pelo, two big fields, and it was really toilet was on the other corner, and I was just running there doing my job on the toilet, and I could hear a speaker. We are looking for the judge. We are looking for the
yes. Oh
judge.
my
Anybody
God.
see Vendula house, Nerva? And I was like, guys, give me a moment. I just want to pee.
Yes, but usually when there is a queue at the toilet, they give you
Yeah,
they tell you you can go because they know you are the judge. So
yeah,
like they
yeah.
give yes, yes. But I know
That's a
how it
nice
is.
privilege as well.
Yes, 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 you can go, you can be the first going to the toilet, yes. But I know what you mean. And it was a real struggle for me to follow schedules because in Greece, things are a little bit different
A
because
little bit. I have my story about the judging in Greece as well, but tell me, what does it mean a little bit different? Tell
a
me.
little bit. So I thought it was normal, like I said, if you are only like staying in your country, you don't really know. You think that everywhere is like this. So when I
You are
started
in your
like
bubble.
in Greece, in our bubble, yes. So in Greece, like yes, we don't really have. Now we have. It's getting better, but we didn't have like this thing called the schedule. Yes, we had the schedule, like the order of the courses, but
This thing
we
called schedule, I love it.
yeah, I really want to hear your story about because I remember that competition. But it's like okay, we start in the morning, not like in time, like not like in time, like we have to be strict. So we just take our time and yes, until everyone is there. Maybe someone is late, we will wait, and then yes, we just follow the schedule until we are done. At least this is how it was because now things are quite different and they are getting better. I don't know if better is the
More
right word,
serious.
like more serious. Yes. So when I started judging abroad, okay, I started really feeling this pressure because I remember that at my first competition international was in Spain. I think it was I was quite good there, but at the second one was in Switzerland. So then the organizer came to me and he's like, we are already 20 minutes late. I mean, after some courses, we were 20 minutes ahead, like on the schedule. And I was like, so, and I didn't tell her, but I was like, so, like 20 minutes. I had no idea that we had to finish like on this time and that time and that time. And I kept like experiencing this thing. I'm good with nesting and I'm quite good with building. So I don't really waste time. But I have realized that you have to be there when the course walking is over. They really need you in most competitions, in most countries. You need to be there. It's not that you are, yes, I will go to the toilet or yes, it's okay, like it will take 5 minutes. Like, I don't know, but in most countries, everyone is so strict with the schedule. So I started like working with it. So now when I go somewhere, that it's not that well organized, I start to feel frustrated because I want to go with the schedule. I'm used to that. Also, when I compete,
Amazing.
like it's yes, because I got used to it, and I was like, okay. And now when I compete in Greece, and sometimes it happens because as I said, we are getting there, but we are not there. We are southern people, okay? Southern people. Sun is shining and the weather is good, and it's how we are. It's not very easy for us to be. So when I'm at like a competition and things go a little bit slow and I see time, wasted time, I start to not feel well. So the European thing has gotten like into me, and especially in Germany. It's crazy. I love Germany. I
Really?
always love to go back. I'm so excited for all the trips I have ahead, but it's the only country where the first starter is on the starting line before you even get to the ring, before the course walking is over. They have the dog to the lie down stay, and they have already, let's say, like they are next to the first obstacle, and they just wait until the last person of the course walking goes out so they can start. And this was crazy because I felt late all the time. I was not. I mean, for them, I was probably late, but for me, I was not because they were still course walking, and the person was like already on the starting line. They had to wait for me all the time. Like, so I really need to hear what you want to say about this.
For me, it was more or less the same story. Like you mentioned that I was more chill with the time. And then I realized that the schedule is to be followed. But exactly as you said, not in every country. Like once you judge in Spain, it's completely different story. Like when you judge in Finland and then you come to Germany, it's completely different story, right? I remember first time when I was judging in Germany and the organizer was walking behind me like this all the time. Like then later on, like he did it like a joke, but he was getting me under pressure because I was really trying. I was doing my best. And I told him that, like, man, like, I am on my maximum. I'm really trying. And with this, you are not helping me. So I had to find my way. And nowadays, when I'm building a course, I'm competing with myself. And I was like, okay, this was my best time last time. Let's be better like last time. And like I'm trying to push it even more. But when I was in Greece, I remember the first day, I think that the Saturday we started in the afternoon, and in the Sunday we started in the morning. Can be?
No,
Because of
it
the
was
heat.
probably both. It was in the afternoon both days, or
Okay,
no?
okay. So then both
I
in
mean,
the
it has
afternoon.
to
And
be.
let's say that we should start at 3. I don't remember exactly. But I was there at 3. Organizers were there with me at 3, but there were no competitors. Me well trained from Europe. I was just like, well, I mean, if you are missing few competitors, it's okay. You can start and eventually they will have a course walk by their own. But if there are no competitors, like,
No competitors. Oh, yes, I
and
remember
and the,
we finished quite late
and the
that weekend.
organizers just like you were used to that, so it's always what you are used to, like what's going on in your bubble. Like if this is normal, it's normal for you. And because of that, I love judging and traveling all over the world because you can taste so many tastes, like how people live and how can do the things and how don't do the things. And many times you are just the observator because
Yes,
you are there for the weekend, so you are observator observer probably. So you are there just
I
for the
understand.
weekend, so it's actually very short time to absorb it, but it's a kind of privilege to be able to see so many ways how to live the life and how to do agility.
Yes, yes. It's a crazy life, the life we live. Like I was thinking, now it was my last trip or the previous one, I don't remember. I was at the airport and I was like, wow, I'm going to work with an airplane. How many people do that? Like
Yeah, business
they
trip.
they yes, it's a business trip. Like I'm going to work with an aircraft. Well, like most of like 99%, maybe even more of the people, they go by car. or by bus or by train, or they're walking to work and I'm going with an airplane. And then I was like, Monday mornings, I'm flying again and I'm going back home. Like, and everyone hates Monday mornings because they have to go to work after the weekend. And I'm just finished my work. Like, I'm getting paid and I'm taking again an airplane and I'm flying home. Like, it's a privilege, like what we do. Like, it's an extraordinary life.
I
Yes,
have to
it's
say that I love your point of view, like that in those small moments when you pick those advantages what we have, because of course, like judging as well have many dark sides or like everything in a life, right? But I just well, dark side maybe that's a pretty
that's
strong,
it.
but I mean positive and negatives. Okay, let's go with negative
Yes.
probably.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
But I love how you pointing those small things, because if we will concentrate about those positives, I believe that we'll find even more and more positives. And now I'm talking about judging, but like in general in life.
I really like
Like I'm
to see. I was not always like this, but lately I really like to see the positive things, yes. And maybe it's also because I'm still in my beginnings and I'm not very tired of it, because I speak with other colleagues, with other judges, and they very often they express how tired or they are from the airports and from the plane, or how, yes, they yes, how tired they are from all this, not from judging, but from all this that you have to do to get there and come back. But I don't know, it's also exciting to me now because I know how it is
because
to
it's
have
new.
this. It's new, but it's also different because I know how it feels to work this 9 to 5 and have this routine all your life. And suddenly, every weekend, I'm in another country and I taste different food and I meet new people and I'm taking the plane to work. Like, it's so exciting. I don't know if I will ever be that tired of it, but for now, I'm so excited. I really enjoy it. Even if I'm scared
Elpida,
flying, yeah, it's so still great.
I see myself in you. Let's say that I have this kind of boom in 2018, 2019, when I was like, I quit my office job and I was just filling my calendar with every weekend's judging there and there and there. And I was, yeah, yeah, we were competing with Elliot a lot. And I just like now talking to you, you just brought me back in a time. And thank you so much for that, for this spark, this joy, what is coming
Yeah.
from your eyes and from your voice, because I've been there and it's so. There are two true facts, what you just said. That one is that it's so different and it's so new and it's so rewarding that like you can't almost realize that this is really happening to you, that you are
Yes.
so happy to living this life. There are many, many days like this. And the second true is that after years of doing that and flying so much, what I used to say that like I wish that I would experience a teleport, because with the teleport, all the judging and the things would be just so easier. Because after so much flying, I got to the point that I had a month when I was like, please don't bring me to the airport. Please don't bring me to the airport. Like even living here on the island in Fuerteventura, I should go to pick up somebody to the airport. And I was like, please, somebody else can come to pick you up. Like,
Airport nightmare. Yes, I'm not yet there. Maybe I will get there, but I don't know. We will see. But it's
I
not
think that we
everyone is like you and me, because I see that also like new judges, they love what they do, but they don't have this enthusiasm. Like, so not everybody like experiences this the same way, because for example, like for me, it's my full time job now, or you quit your job to do this. But there are many judges that have their regular job and they travel like some weekends to judge. And this, I cannot imagine how hard it must be to not really take a rest at all in a week. And then you have to fly back after a crazy weekend and then still go to work. So it's kind of like a different how everyone experiences this adventure, you
True,
know?
true, true.
Yes.
That not as many people took it like full in, that they would leave their normal job aside
Yes.
and just jump first heads to this adventure, like without any expectations, like what it will bring, with just big belief that everything will fold up in the best possible way. And I am very, very happy that your story is so joyful, and that you said that your calendar for 2026 is full.
Yes. This feeling is really, I remember 1 year ago I was flying to a competition and I started crying because I was feeling so happy. I couldn't believe that my life turned out to be like this. And I think it was like the first time I felt so fulfilled. Because I had everything. For that period of time, I had everything. I had all my dogs because unfortunately, like last year, my Lisa, my first dog, passed away. So after this
Very
experience,
sorry
like
for that.
life is not the same anymore. So back then, I had really everything. So I was so grateful. I'm still grateful, of course, because this is life and no one can live forever. I understand this. But I had all my dogs and I was suddenly becoming so well known and successful and I had my dream job. And this feeling is to feel happy and to feel that you're in the right path after all this year is so precious.
And I wish for everybody that can experience that, because I have friends in my circle who are not happy in their work, but they don't know where to continue next. And as well, that's a very important to be aware that like not everybody has something like this, that it's pretty clear about what make him so happy. Elpida, I'm so, so happy for you. Thank you for partially remembering me, my path as well. Like I see myself in you so much, and I'm so, so thankful that you share this your powerful motivational journey with us,
Yes, because
because
it's also
it's just so nice to listen that this, like, really you made the dream comes true. Congratulations.
thank you. But I wouldn't be able to share this like a couple of years ago because I could never believe that life would change so much for me. Because all these years, okay, I had my normal jobs because I had to survive, but the truth is that I never really knew what I wanted to do. Because like when we are at school, they ask us to choose what we want to do, what we want to study and everything, and I never really knew what I wanted because I didn't like anything. And I was so stressed all these years. And I was like, is this what I'm going to do with my life? Like, do these 9 to 5 jobs to survive? Because 9 to 5 is fine if you like what you do. Okay.
Yeah,
But
indeed,
it
absolutely
was
agree.
like I never had a passion, let's say, to turn it like to a profession. So I thought that I would spend my life like this. But in the end, look how many things changed in these 2 years. So that's a good thing to have in mind, that life is so unpredictable and you never really know how it will be like in 1 or 2 years from now. Of course, you need to work for it. I mean, you need to chase a dream. You need to go to try, let's say, to try to find what you love doing or try to do what you want to do. If it will work out, that's another thing. But at least you need to try. Then you never know. Look where we are.
Have you been thinking about it, like, let's say now, around the year 2013, 14, 15? Have you been ever thinking that agility could be your job, or it never been in your head? Like,
No, because it was still so new in Greece. And then when I started traveling and you see the level abroad, you cannot really imagine yourself teaching these people or yes, like no, I could never imagine. Plus, I was raised with the belief that we need the 9 to 5 to survive. I loved more things when I was like younger. Like I really loved arts. I was writing books. I was playing music. I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be an actor. I wanted everything that had to do with arts. But my family like kept reminding me that these are not professions and that you cannot make a living. So in my mind, I had like my hobby cannot be a profession, but it can. And as a good friend told me recently, anything can be a profession. You can make it a profession. And I think I like that. I like this thought, like, and why not? Like, there are singers, there are actors that they can really make a living out of it. You just have to be good at what you do, and you have to be lucky as well. Luck is needed. But yes, I was never that confident that I will manage to do it. But here we are.
You touched very interesting topic. You switch your beliefs because it was the same in my case. Like the belief was that only one work for me can be from 9 till 5. Like there was no other belief that there in my universe, I couldn't imagine that it would be something else possible. Yes, it was my dream. Yes, but belief was that it's not for me, that like for me, it's 9 till 5. And as soon as we are able to switch those beliefs, then the time when magic can happen.
Yes. Yes. And if someone else does it, then why not you? Or why not me? I mean, like, so, like, just we don't have many good examples of people really going after their dreams. Many people don't have the strength, or they are like afraid of failure, or they don't know how to do it, or they don't take this first step that we were talking about, like this first step that it's the most difficult one. It's not easy to quit your job just to follow your dreams. It's not very easy, it's not very responsible, but we only get one life.
Well, on the other hand, is the most responsible thing what you can give to you. What
Yes.
the most responsible gift what you can give to you, because like I had some healthy issues back then before I did this like final decision that I will try this agility career. And like I was like always what was singing in my head was that if one day I will be lying on this on the bed, like I don't know the word in English, but when you are dying, and
Yes.
that when you are thinking like what you would you wish that you try in your life? I just couldn't imagine that I will be one day dying and wishing that I would try it. I just like there was for me that I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe that it will happen, that I didn't believe that it will make work, but I just couldn't make this possibility be true that I would one day questioning like why I didn't even try, because you tried and you always can come back. Like my
Yes.
colleagues in the office were saying, like I still remember it, like they were saying like Vendula, like you are leaving investments and you are going to play with doggies, right? Like yeah, you will come back in a half a year. And I was saying like maybe I will, but then I will be happy because I tried.
Yes. Because you never know if you don't try. Yes. And you can try and it can turn out, and you can always go back. Like they said,
And
you
you
can
tried,
always go
you
back.
you made a check, and then there are other million things what you can still try in this lifetime.
Yes.
Was so nice to talk to you, Elpida. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with with us
Last thing. Okay.
before we say goodbye.
Before we say goodbye, I was thinking to say this now that we had this, that we were discussing about this, that you can always try. And I was thinking about that list I wrote the other day, and it's a list of all the lessons I learned in 2025. 2025 was a very important year for me. It was very like difficult, but at the same time very successful. So I learned a lot of things. When you go through hard times, you learn and you grow and you become stronger and stronger. And so I started writing all these things that I learned. So one of them, and I was thinking to make also a video for my Facebook profile about this because I really wanted to share it with the world. So now I will share it now with you. Is that
Please, please.
yes, yes, yeah. Okay, so until last year, I was one of the very few lucky people that had never experienced death. I never had someone like beloved person dying, except my grandfather, but I was 11 when he passed. So I remember everything, but I was too young to understand what death really means, you know? So when last September, the vet told me that Lisa's heart had stopped beating, my first thought was that no matter what I do, I cannot bring her back. And this was the moment when I realized that the only final thing in life is death. So as long as you are here and you have the privilege to be in this life, you have endless possibilities. You can quit the studies that you hate. You can quit the job that doesn't fulfill you. You can move, you can change the place where you live, you can go to another country, you can change your dreams, you can do anything as long as you are healthy and you are standing. You have endless possibilities, and you can do your thing and you can try. Like we said, this is how this came to my mind now, because you can try, you can really go after your dreams. And then the best thing is that if you think that this was not good enough for you, you can go back, or you can change it again, or you can take another path, and you can still, keep searching for what will really make you happy. So as long as you're here, you have possibilities. So I think that death is really the only final thing in life. If you are still here, then you can do everything. So yes, I would like to say to just go for this scare you, but you really want this, you really want something and it scares you, like it doesn't matter. You should take this step. Like, we only get one life. We will probably not get a second chance. And if you are afraid, like if you think that your dream will take time to achieve, well, time passes anyway. It just, like, it matters what we do. I feel the need to share it with the world, because there are so many people that they are doubting themselves and they feel that they are trapped in a way of living and it has to be like this forever. But like, there's so much magic in this world, like anything can happen, but we need to go for it. I mean, success is not coming to you. You need to create it. You need to chase it. You need to really make the most out of your life. And I saw somewhere that someone was saying that we are not here to be happy. We are not here to be happy, like, because you cannot really experience happiness without sadness. So you need the full range of emotions.
Yeah.
We are here to make the most out of our life and experience the whole thing. So this is also very liberating, because it's not that you will chase happiness. You need to really understand that you will experience everything in this life. Just you need to make it the best possible.
I can't agree more with you. And till then, I was kind of living that I will live forever, that I will try later. But this realization, exactly as you described, was the push for me that no, you rather try now, because this game can be over. So
Yes.
once again, I feel you so much, sister.
Yes.
And
I
thank
We
you
have
so much
very
for sharing that.
similar way of seeing things. I remember you always with a smile. Like, when you came to Greece, you were shining. You were like now, also like me. I cannot stop smiling. People tell me when they thank me about judging and being at the competition, thank you for your smile. You're smiling all the time, but it's like I can't help it. I'm like you. We cannot stop smiling. I remember I noticed that when you came to Greece, and I said, wow, she's so beautiful, because you are beautiful, okay, but also that smile, a different kind of energy. And I loved your courses as well. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was great talking to you, and I hope I will see you somewhere when I will be vendulizing. Maybe we will meet somewhere on the road.
Okay. We'll talk about the vandalizing next time.
Okay.